Yes, lads. What's happening? A little bit late filming this one. I was going to do it after the Norwich win, but I got really drunk, to be honest with you, and yeah, I just didn't want to speak to the camera. But yeah, like absolutely, like fantastic win. Like first of all, I just want to be like on a positive note. It's the international break at the minute. I know all this stuff's coming out, like Declan Rice being abused, the Man United fans and whatnot. But like, who cares? It's international break, so no one's got anything else better to do but dig out like anything that they can on a really, really good England performance. I thought we were decent, 4-0. I think if anyone was probably lacking it in midfield, it's probably Henderson, to be honest with you. I think Rice does the perfect job of sitting in the midfield and dropping into that, which is essentially a back two because the wing backs go forward. He sits back in there absolutely perfectly, but Henderson next to him, probably not the best choice, like in my opinion. But like, who cares anyway? Like West Ham, like people are going to probably actually rinse me because I know a couple of weeks ago after the Brighton performance and the Man City one, I wasn't calling for Pellegrini's head. It was just there was a few polls coming out and things on the radio and in the media talking about Mourinho, and at the time, from what I'd seen, like a lot of last season and the really bad start that we had, 2 games in pre-season, I was kind of the opinion of like, yeah, if he's available and I was going to take him, I would take him. But now I'm completely flip-flop. I've gone the other way. I've like, we're going to win the league. We're going to win the league now. I don't think we're going to win the league. But like, I do think we have made massive strides. Noble coming back into the team, absolutely fantastic. And I think one of the big factors that I noticed in the change in the Watford game, and obviously Norwich as well the other day, it's like Hernandez, I think, must have been causing like a massive problem. You imagine, you're at work and there's a geezer next year, and he's getting paid twice as much money as you, probably 3 times as much money as you say, and you're fucking grafting away, turn up to work every day. He turns up to work like a couple of days of the week, and then one of them days he just sits in his car and like stares at his phone, doesn't do anything, and he's getting that money. And I guess that's a sort of, a similar situation to that with Hernandez, who's on like 140 whatever grand a week. He's not really playing. When he does play, he's not really putting in good performances. Did get a goal the other week. He was a goal scorer, but now he's moved on, and like before the Norwich game, apparently like it was all set. He was already in Spain. It seems like the squad harmony and the togetherness, like when we was getting them goals, it was like a different celebration. The whole team like seemed together, which is absolutely banging. Like like good team spirit. Spot on. And even like Pellegrini as well, a lot of the time him and the guy, is that Hostelos that sits next to him on the bench? I don't know, but they look like a couple of old geezers waiting for a fucking bus or something, like a lot of the time. But whereas in that last home game, Pellegrini was actually like, he was in that technical area, like, a lot of the match, like, I know they can't really do a lot, but it's good to see him up and looking like they're shouting something at somebody. And when we scored, he was actually like celebrating and actually looked, like enthusiastic about it. Whereas a couple of weeks ago, he was just kind of like just sitting there, really, really kind of withdrawn. So like, I'm feeling like so positive. I think we're in 7th at the minute, just under Man United. We do play them in a couple of weeks, and I hope that we batter them, or even if it's a tight game, if it's 2-1 and Declan Rice gets the winner with like a header from a corner. That would absolutely make my day and make me a very, very happy hammer. But I think this season, obviously, I was criticising Pellegrini, and a lot of other people were criticising Pellegrini as well. But like, he's a slow starter. Maybe it's where he's so old, and like he probably is a slow starter. It probably takes him a minute to get up and going in the morning. But so a slow start, but a massive improvement on last season. This time last year, after the 4 games in the international break, was on 0 points. Now we're on, is it 7? 7 points, I think. So, like it's a good start. And I do think this year, like, I don't know, the crazy flip-flop, but like, I think the top 2 are pretty much settled. It's going to be Man City and Liverpool up there. But like, I do think like after that, it could be anyone's game. Tottenham looking really, really shaky. Chelsea looking shaky. Man United are just shit basically, and I really want to see them do bad now, especially after all this. So I think there's like, out of the top 6, I think there's 4 places up for grabs. I'm not saying we're going to be 2nd, 3rd or 5th, but you know, we've got a chance. We've got a chance. Like, you know, we've got some really, really good players. Flair, I don't even think he's got out of second gear yet. And when he really, really gets into form, I think we're going to absolutely be transformed. Like, you know, Anderson at Norwich as well was borderline. That was like a world class. He's like a gazelle. He gets that ball and he's just like skipping around the pitch, like nutmegging people. It's fantastic to watch. Fantastic to watch. Obviously, Antonio's out. Yarmolenko, I know, did have a lot of criticism in that last game. But I think with Yarmolenko, he does look a little bit kind of stiff and a bit robotic, and he's got that left foot, and that's about it. And it's that kind of, you know, that Iron Robin, you know, it's, you know what he's going to do, but you can't stop him thing. So hopefully he does get a little bit fitter and a little bit sharper. But I think with Yarmolenko, although he doesn't have, you know, mass amounts of flair and pace and not even work rate, to be honest with you, what he does add to the team is goals. And I do think, you know, we've only got the one forward up front. Anderson and Lanzini are very, very creative in the midfield, but they don't score a lot of goals. So I think having Yarmolenko there does offer another real goal threat. So I do think that is important, and I do think that's why he's probably going to keep getting starts, and his fitness will improve hopefully. But you know, if we've got him there, and if he can get 10 goals by the end of the season. And he's probably going to get criticised. Oh, he didn't track back. He didn't do this in the game, but he scored a goal. Then you can't really complain, can you? So yeah, let's just keep positive. You know, like it's the international break, and people are just looking for. People fucking love negativity. I love negativity. Everyone loves it. If you see a video and you see something negative about, like, oh, you're gonna have opinion on it. Like, people like that, don't they? But yeah, the international break. We play again tonight, England. And then normal proceedings resume, don't they? So it'll be Monday night next week. So yeah, let's just crack on, man. We've got some good games coming up. I think, you know, there's points to be added in the next few games, and let's just get out of this table, just be happy, and like, just West Ham. Come on, you Irons.